Morning Dan, thanks for checking bud. Okay, so first of all we've got the top single on the bench with the longer pause. So I would just like to see you holding this pause a little bit longer. The weight is pretty comfortable, so we don't not concerned about that. Just holding that a little bit longer. When you are coming off of the chest, we want to keep those hips down, obviously. But what I really like to see is if I slow this down, we can really see you trying to push that chest to the bar, which is great. That's a really good cue. That. I did a little post the other day about elbow flare, and one sort of common error that a lot of people make is trying to over tuck the elbows. Um, so it looks like you're not doing that, which is good. So I'm glad to see that. We actually want to have a little bit of elbow flare, because if you think about elbow flare, what it actually does is it creates more of a stretch through the pec, so we're able to utilize more of these larger muscles as opposed to letting the triceps do all the work. So yeah, just a few good pointers for you there, mate. Um, the 5 on 70, so this looked comfortable. I think as the reps went on, your um, technique started to get a little better. So if we see from the beginning, right on the first one, it was very like knee dominant. There's a lot of movement happens here, and there's not a lot happens in the hip. So we can see that as illustrated there with a lot of knee movement. So pop that back and you'll see what I mean. So lots of knee, not much in the hips, and then the hips start here when you get to about halfway. And then if we just go to like one of the last few reps, you see the hips go like straight away. Notice that difference? So we can see there. Look how the angle has changed here, because there's much more hip being utilised now. So your torso angle will sort of you might feel like you're leaning over a little bit more, but you're in a much stronger squat then. So yeah, these look really good. The only thing I think is, so the 2 pointers. First one is continue as you were with these reps, where you're utilising a little bit more hip, and when we get to the top, lock those knees out. Your conventional, this looks really good, really strong, really easy. Really glad to see this, and I'm glad to see you just sticking to the program, hitting the listed sort of sets and reps. So week 7 goes up a fair amount on the 4, so we're going up to 162. Again, I'm pretty confident that'll feel comfy. And then on this one here, 4 5 157. So we can round that slightly. Let's just get here we go. So we're going to do 65 and 60, so we don't need the 1.2s. And then when you come to week 8, I want you to hit a 3RM to an RPE of 8. I'll give you, once I've watched these videos, I'll give you a range for this one, and I'll say probably going to work in a weight between X and X. It's likely to be more than 170 to an RPE of 8, but that's just based on percentages right now. However, the other sets we're going to keep the same. But yeah, when you get to the final week, that's what we'll be having on that one. We're quite liking the split at the moment. I think the only thing that we may add going into the next cycle for the secondary deadlift movement is, now that we're using conventional as your main deadlift, is probably bringing in a pause, and for the pause deadlift, just to really refine that technique of the conventional. But like I said, I'm really liking the technique on that one. So yeah, I'm quite happy to continue and push this conventional and see where we can take it.